Hello Aries, and welcome to your reading for the month of May. Now Aries, right off the bat I need to tell you that you are a naughty Aries. I know, it's because you need to be the child of the zodiac. You're just moving straight ahead through life, and the whole universe kind of shifts things around after you walk the path behind you. Okay, so the child is safe, but really do take care what kind of situations you're getting into the month of May. Okay, because I don't know if it's in your best interest, really. I have your cards here. I pre-shuffled them, and this may apply to you, the person that you're with, or the persons that you are with. Really try to find yourself in the reading, but you have come up really central here with the Fool card. This is the first card of the tarot, and like you, the first sign of the zodiac, this embodies the Fool, the young soul that is going straight into life, not thinking, not wondering, not planning for anything, traveling with the bare minimum over here. We don't know where the Fool is gonna land. Is he gonna land in water, if he's gonna land on some soft grass, or we just don't know. So this card came really central here for you. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that for the month of May you're acting very self-centered. So for some Aries this may be out of they're on some sort of an ego trip, and for others of you that are a bit more mindful about what you do in your life, I think you finally acknowledge the fact that this is like your life purpose, to embody this energy, to go around and just try out that which your soul is guiding you to do. Okay, so funny thing is that I got a comment on one of our videos telling me about an Aries that was dealing with a two-party situation, a third-party situation. And funny thing is that I also met during the weekend an Aries that was also doing this. So either you have two people in your life, or the person that you are with or you're focusing on also has two options. And the first card that came up was this card, the Two of Wands. Okay, so with this card, it's a person that has two options. Okay, they have been walking on a certain road, and now the road is splitting into two. So this is a very weird energy for an Aries to be in. Why? Because the opposite sign of you is Libra. Okay, so the Aries goes like this Fool. They just go straight forward. They don't stay to analyze the situation. They're a bit you know, with an age ADHD syndrome. Okay, they get excited. Oh, what's here? Let me go check this out. Oh, but look at this thing, and then you go and check that thing out. Okay, And on the opposite side of the zodiac, there is the Libra, which is totally opposite from you, because the Libra usually tends to end up in this type of situation where they're weighing and they're weighing, and next thing you know, their life has gone by. Okay, so it's either you or another person sitting here waiting to you know, get some guidance, feel this path of action. Which should I choose, this path or the other path? Now, if you look closely into the card, you could see that this person very easily could get themselves out of this sticky situation, but for some reason they are here. So with the Two of Wands, picking between two paths of action, but it's somehow unnecessary to be here in the first place. There is this expression that comes to mind. I will try to say it in English, but it will not make sense. That you're bandaging your head without you having pain. Okay, so unnecessarily holding yourself here, because if you were in a good relationship, in the relationship that you would want, you wouldn't be put up against having to make a choice. Okay, so once you're at the crossroads, if you choose a side, the other one is gonna close. So this is like going through a portal. Okay, you shouldn't be here in the first place, but now that you're here, choose wisely. Okay, choose wisely. Not ideal. And after the Two of Wands, Aries, while you're trying to figure out which path you should go on, and I've told you that Libra usually does this sitting and weighing things until they're old. And after the Two of Wands, here you have the Queen of Swords, which is Libra. Okay, this is Libra right here in this card. So the Queen of Swords is a person that is very feisty. They're usually silent. They're silently judging. She has this sword here that she uses to cut people's head off, like protect herself from everything that may be, you know, BS or not of her great interest. She is also a very conceptual queen, so she may fight about or fight for concepts that she holds very near and dear to her heart, or very high up in her mind, in her judgment. Okay, so the judgment is her strong point. Okay, now the Queen of Swords is actually back to back with this person in the Two of Wands. So you may be dealing with someone that one of these choices is this Queen of Swords. She is a very intelligent person. She may be very loyal, but here I'm thinking that you kind of done her some sort of injustice, which ties into Libra, because you're putting her in the situation. It's not just you, Aries, that is binded in here. You also bind two wands, and one wand is this Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords is Libra, as I said. It's the air element, and you also have the wands here, which is fire, the fire element. So, you know, air with fire, it can get really, really explosive in a way. Now you're binding this Queen of Swords here. You're binding her in this situation, not even mentioning the fact that when you have to choose between two people, you're doing great injustice and a lot of disrespect to the two people and also to yourself. Okay, so I would urge you to take that into account. Now, if this is you, Aries, if someone is trying to pick between you and another person, you may embody this Queen of Swords energy, being your complete opposite, being cold, being detached, being very feisty with your principles in life. The Queen of Swords is not gonna have it. Whatever type of disrespect, dishonesty, lies, or whatever. And she is silently judging from afar. Yes, what I feel with her is that this theme of disrespect is very, very powerful here. You will hurt her by manifesting this thing, tying her down in this less than ideal situation, because she is a queen. Okay, she is a queen. You cannot mess with this person. Why is this person like so? Maybe they or you, if you are the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is a queen. You must take that into consideration from the first moment that you get in contact with this person. This person is not joking around, they're not kidding around, they're not so open. They may hold secrets very close to their chest. One small wrong move and they will cut, the Queen of Swords would just cut your head off. Now she is a very wise queen, and she may be ready to sort of cut your head off, but after her, here comes the 14, the Temperance card, and 7 of Pentacles, one after the other. And I usually see these two cards as being one and the same. This is Major Arcana, this is Minor Arcana. Manifesting temperance with the Temperance card here, and the 7 of Pentacles is like being very creative and having a lot of patience to sit and grow a project, tend to it, give all that it needs so it can flourish. So with these two cards, we're talking about a process of having a lot of patience, a lot of patience with something that must grow, must get into the next stage of evolution. Now here with the Queen of Swords coming before these two cards, what I'm thinking is, if you are this Queen of Cups, you will be manifesting a lot of patience, uncharacteristic for this Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords has a lot of time, actually, because if you look close at the card, she's sitting on her throne. She's not doing anything. She's just being protective, and she's surrounded by mountains and snow. So I'm guessing she has a lot of time to consider the situation. She's going about the situation in her head a lot, and she is hurt. She feels insulted, but she does see from her with her higher mind, because air signs have a higher mind, higher than your normal humans higher mind. Okay. She sees that maybe you have acted very egotistical, maybe you are inexperienced from some sort of from one point of view, and she is trying to either heal herself or heal the situation, or have patience with you while you're figuring out what you're gonna do there. Now, the Queen of Swords, she wouldn't stay to do such a thing, but here I'm telling you, it's not like her to have this amount of patience. She has the time, but I don't know why she is doing this. And with the Temperance card, maybe she knows that you may be in a situation where you have gotten to know someone, and because the two options situation shows up very close to the point in time where you two have met, maybe the Queen of Swords know that you two haven't gotten the chance to learn from each other, get to know each other, like mix in your two energies. And it's like this Two of Swords, it's coming in here prematurely, and the Queen of Swords knows this, so she will try to have a bit of patience. Yes, she will be mad at you, she will be silent, she will be removing herself from your immediate vicinity, and she will just watch you and take care of her inner being, nurture herself, have a lot of patience with this beautiful process. Then, and the Queen of Swords is, yes, she's with her back turned towards this situation, but she's looking towards the Fool card, which is you, Aries. This is you, your beautiful soul, your beautiful childlike soul. Okay. I know we can pass a lot of judgment if you have been the one that is playing to people, handling to people. Yes, we can sit and judge for hours, but I think that you're doing out of this you may be egotistical because you're the center card in the reading, but what I'm thinking is that you just have a lot of love to give, and this love that you have on your inside, if you don't know how to handle it, like with the Temperance card, you're gonna end up in situations that are less than ideal. You may be feeling stuck when you're not. Aries is a cardinal sign. He's the one that gives the start to new things. He's the one that chooses a path, and suddenly some people just come and follow him. Okay, so you're also a fire sign, so you get very easily bored. You're like your inner child is manifesting in an infantile way in the month of May, because this is not ideal. Now, with the other situation, if you're the Queen of Swords, you're quickly trying to heal yourself. You're manifesting the Libra energy, weighing things, wishing things around inside of you, okay? Healing your inner, it's like you have this beautiful garden inside of you, the garden of your heart, from which this Fool can spring forward. Okay, he is the seed. You have this plant here, and here comes Zero, the seed, out of it. And our little fool here, our Aries, is very fast to walk into the Six of Cups situation, followed by the Ace of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups usually alludes to past life relationship, this love and connection that goes past time, past generations. It's like you want to be with that person that you feel that you know them, you feel that they can give you the home, the dream. Yeah, you're swiftly, you're blindly walking into carelessly, you're carelessly walking towards the person that can give you the Six of Cups situation. It's like your soul calling you to this person that you have been with maybe in another life. And after you're moving towards it, or you're getting clear about the fact that you actually want this type of relationship, then you're offered the Ace of Cups. Because the Fool, when he's going around in the world like a small child, they need to come back home. They need to come back home, and home may represent for you in the month of May another person. The child goes out to play and he comes back home to get water because they're thirsty. So Aries is very thirsty for love in this month, which is a bit odd, seeing this this two options, this fork in the road here, when it comes to the people that you're dealing with. But at least you're somehow coming home to yourself. You're moving towards that person that you just feel them, that are people in this world that you look at them and you just know them, you feel them, you want to kiss them. When you hold their hand or you're around them, you get the sense of familiarity. You know them from another time, although you just met. Okay, so this Queen of Swords, maybe she is, if this is not you, maybe she felt like this towards you also, and she may act as a feisty mother figure here because she knows better. It's like maybe she also felt this, and you're acting a bit immature here by putting her in this situation, yourself and the third person. But she knows to have patience with you. It's like this mother is looking over this child here because the child wants to come home, and she is already home. She knows her position in your life. She knows her meaning in your life. She already knows, and that's why she's manifesting a whole lot of patience with you. This is a great not Libra per se, because she's your total opposite. So you maybe, if you're dealing with Libra, she may be your twin flame, and that's why you're having these two cards here. Twin flames are total opposites that attract each other because they want to be together, like not be extreme on total opposite points, but come together in union. Okay, so you may have a Libra or a Taurus in your life that is your twin flame. They may be feisty. They see the situation way more maturely than you do. Way more mature, because you're acting like a child. You don't even know what you're doing, and frankly, I think you don't care, really, because this is your energy. This is normal and healthy for you to be in. but she's looking over you, having patience with you while the child is running around until they come back home. So you have the possibility to manifest this with another person. But if this person is trying to fix the situation on their own, and you're here stagnant, very atypical for Aries, and then you pick a, then you say c'est la vie, or whatever will be will be. Oh my god, I have to link this now. I'm not doing descriptions for this month because I'm tied down by time, but I'm gonna put this song for you, alluding to the fact that wherever you go, Aries, you're gonna be fine. And I think you're gonna go in this month towards the person that is some sort of a twin flame for you. So they usually attract and they repulse each other, then they attract and they repulse each other. And you can see this dance of the plus and the minus, the yin and the yang, through a certain period of your life. It's like you get to know someone, then you split up, then you come back together. You can see this in one life, or you may meet in different lives throughout time. Okay, you're thirsty for love, Aries. You're very thirsty for this beautiful love situation that may also talk about you know, it goes very far into maybe having children with this person, being fulfilled with them, growing old, going into old age with this person. The Queen of Swords has patience. She's sitting in one spot. She's doing all this healing here, all this analyzing, all this understanding that you need to rub off on each other as to understand your the essence of the other. And meanwhile, the Aries is just like a child. You know, I'm sitting here, which way should I go? I'm just gonna go this way, it's gonna be okay. So the Aries, I think you're gonna do the Aries thing, like I said before. You're just gonna go towards a path, and the universe will somehow arrange this for you. Okay, you're gonna get the possibility to have this month. But what is life if we wouldn't have any sort of intrigue? We already have a lot of intrigue. I am personally intrigued, Aries. Why do you do this? Why? This is not ideal for anyone in the situation. It's horrible, actually. You need to just be like this. Straight up tell people, look, I'm not interested maybe in a relationship, so I'm not exclusive. So just tell people. You don't need to hide things or tell them afterwards, you know? It's very hurtful. It's not ideal. Usually these types of situations where you have free preferred party relationships allude to the fact that all the people involved have some problems with their self-respect, because if you don't have this disrespect on the inside, you wouldn't manifest it on the outside. But our dear Aries is getting clear that he wants maybe a family. Maybe you just blindly walk in this situation. Some of you may get pregnant in the month of May, so really do take care. The Fool is not a very careful person. They don't care for their ego. They don't care for their safety. They don't think ahead. They don't plan ahead. They're a child. So really do take care. We have a child here in the Fool card. We have 2 kids in the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Cups for me usually talks about some sort of a pregnancy. Okay, so you have a lot of wishes, emotional wishes, and you're blindly gonna follow them. But what you're not expecting, Aries, if you're getting pregnant, or if you're blindly walking into this situation of being with this twin flame, here comes, after this beautiful Ace of Cups, the ultimate love situation. Then comes Five of Wands, which is a lot of conflict. Now, in the Five of Wands, you may see here that there is this hive, this beehive there. So, and these people are actually blindfolded because it's like hitting a piñata and you're waiting for the sugary inside to come out. But these people are blindfolded, so they could hit one another. What I'm thinking with this card is that your beautiful idea for love here, this relationship that you want, is gonna be put to the test. The Ace of Cups shows up here as the hive, and this honey that you want is gonna be tested. Okay, so the love that you have for another person, or your course of action, is gonna be tested. Your heart is gonna be tested. So what does that mean? Maybe if you're gonna get pregnant, maybe there are a lot of people around you that judge. They're blind, they don't know better, but they think they know better for you, so they're gonna hit into your heart, or the heart of your significant other. They're gonna hit this beautiful love story in hard ways. Okay, they cannot accept the fact that this thing is happening. So you may have family members, siblings, close friends, workmates, society in general, actually judging this hard. And the thing that you run the risk of doing, with the Page of Wands also being here, is that I'm seeing this person with the stick here. Okay, so you may just be an innocent bystander looking at all the ideas, of all the concepts, of all the bad mouthing that other people have towards this beautiful love. You have conflict. And yes, Aries has this ADHD syndrome, where if everything is perfect, like here, like in these 2 cards, they get bored. So now finally they have some movement here, they have some action. And I would suggest that you, if you want this love relationship that with your twin flame, or the soulmate, I think it's time for you to step up your game and protect this beautiful love. Protect it. Don't stand by it and look at it as it's being torn apart. Okay? Don't do that. Really dive in and fight for love. Then you have the Page of Wands, the last card. So this is some sort of evolution. Yes, it's some sort of evolution coming from the Fool to the Page of Wands. You've evolved a bit. You're looking very sexy and also very single. Okay, you're very self-centered and self-focused. We have Wands starting the reading, that the two people that you're not juggling, but you have like your life path is splitting in two, so you really need to pick wisely. Okay, you need to pick wisely. You're manifesting a lot of disrespect towards the Queen of Swords. And you have a lot of conflict and judgment and destroying here this beautiful thing. Maybe it may also be that after you get together with the Queen of Swords, the two of you may start this conflict. It's like we haven't addressed the, you know, the beginning of May situation. What about it? Yes, we may be so, but what about it? If you put the Queen of Swords through this process of having so much patience, although you disrespected her, then you start to disrespect the bond between you two, not stepping up to the plate, not stepping up to the game, she will indeed start a conflict. And George is gonna end up alone. Like, what was the point of all of this, really? Just so you can, you know, feel better about yourself, evolved from this situation. We know you're evolved, but you don't need to be. You need to be this fool. Now, for others of you, if you have been put by another person in the free party relationship, you may manifest total the Libra energy, the total opposite of you, and with time and care, you're coming back to yourself. Okay, you're healing yourself, and you're center stage here. So what do you want once you get back to yourself? You want to get back to yourself and feel at home within yourself. Okay, so you're finally getting to the core of you, to your heart, because you have a beautiful soul, Aries. You really have a beautiful mind and soul. It's this little fire child here that needs a bit of water, needs a bit of cooling down after coming back to themselves. And then clearly, when you have this beautiful love, other people trying, just mindlessly trying to affect this beautiful thing that you have. But it's okay, because you can take it. You evolve to the Page of Wands. You're not a survivor, Aries. You're a warrior. So do take care of yourself, and we will see each other in the month of June, when I hope you won't be so naughty. Naughty, naughty, Aries.